Dear students, welcome back to the video lecture number 10 of model number 4 water chemistry. Moving to the next concept of this water chemistry is softening of water by ion exchange process. As you know that the water contains hardness because of the presence of soluble salts of calcium and magnesium. If you use hard water for the industrial process, we come to know there is a formation of scale and sludge. As a result, if you want to use the water for the boilers, it should be free from the hardness causing metal ions. So hence, we need to use the soft water for the any industrial process. Therefore, the ion exchange process is one of the technique is used to convert the hard water to the soft water. That process, what you can say, is called demineralization process. As the term itself is indicating demineralization, it means the removal of minerals from the water. So here ion exchange resins are used for the demineralization process. So what do you mean by ion exchange resins? Ion exchange resins are the insoluble resins of cross-linked organic polymers with micropore structure and having a specific functional groups which are attached to the chain of polymers. So by these functional groups, there is the exchange of the ions is taking place. So these ion exchange resins are playing an important role in the demineralization process. So these resins, either they carry the acidic functional group or it carries the basic functional groups. So the resins with acidic functional groups are capable to exchange the hydrogen ions, whereas the resins with basic functional groups are capable to exchange the hydroxyl ions. Hence, the resins are classified into two types. So one is cation exchange resin, second one is anion exchange resins. So this is what the instrumentation or the setup of ion exchange resin, where we are going to do the demineralization process by using the hard water. Let us discuss about the instrumentation of the ion exchange process. It has the two compartments. The first compartment is what is a cation exchange resin containing compartment, whereas the second compartment is having the anion exchange resin compartment. So the first compartment in the middle portion, that is filled with cation exchange resins, are supported by the gravels, whereas in the second compartment in the middle portion, which is filled by the anion exchange resins, are supported by the gravels bed. And from the top of the cation exchange compartment, we have to supply the hard water. So hard water containing calcium and magnesium ion that allows to pass through into the first compartment containing cation exchange resins. Then in this first compartment, there is an exchange of cations of hard water like calcium and magnesium ions As a result, the water which is comes down, which is free from the calcium and magnesium ions. So these resins are capable to exchange the ions by losing hydrogen ions into the water. So in that water, after allowing into the first compartment, it is pumped into the second compartment, where this is containing anion exchange resin, where in this second compartment the anions are exchanged like chloride, sulfate, nitrate, etc. If they are present, that is exchanged by the hydroxyl ions of the anion exchange resins. Then water which is comes out from the bottom of the second compartment, which is free from the both cations and anions, that water is called the soft water. As the process is continuous of softening of water by the ion exchange resins, the resins gets exhausted. The exhausted resins are made activation by cleaning, by allowing the acid side alkalis from the top of the respective compartments. Here, acid solution is used for the regeneration of cation exchange resin, whereas alkali solution is used for to activate the anion exchange resins. Once again, the resins becomes active for the continuation of demineralization process. So the mechanism of ion exchange process, it is explained in detail in next slide. So here in cation exchange resins, the cation exchange specifically example is given here, styrene divinyl benzene copolymer, so which is containing the functional group of sulfonic acid or containing the carboxylic group acid. So here this is what the carboxylic group as a functional group, and here you have the sulfonic acid functional group. So both functional groups are having hydrogen ion can be exchanged. So because of the containing hydrogen ions in the functional group, so this resin is capable to exchange the hydrogen ions with cations of water, maybe calcium and magnesium. Here RH is signified as the cation exchange resin. When it is brought in contact with the hard water, hardness may be in the form of bicarbonate nature or maybe in the form of chloride as explained, or maybe in the form of sulfate. So these hard water containing temporary hardness or maybe permanent hardness, that water is allowed to pass into the cation exchange resin. So thereby what happens, the resins are going to exchange the hydrogen ions, leading to form leaving hydrogen ions into the water and taking the calcium and magnesium on the surface of the resins. Hence, the reaction it follows like this. Cation exchange resin RH, when it is combined with hard water like calcium bicarbonate and magnesium bicarbonate, there is a formation of R2Ca or R2Mg with the formation by the byproduct of carbonic acid. Similarly, the cation exchange resin, when it reacts with the hard water containing calcium chloride and magnesium chloride, there is a formation of R2Ca or R2Mg with the release of hydrochloric acid. So similarly, if water contains the hardness like magnesium sulfate or calcium sulfate, there is a formation of R2Mg or R2Ca with the release of sulfuric acid. So this is how the cation exchange resin, it exchanges the hydrogen ion by capturing or by taking calcium and magnesium from the hard water. Now let us discuss about in anion exchange resin compartment, that is second compartment, how the process of exchange is taking place. Anion exchange resins are what? Usually made up of phenol formaldehyde or amine formaldehyde copolymers containing either amino or basic functional groups which are responsible for the exchange of the hydroxyl ions of anions. Hydroxyl ions from the ion exchange resin by accepting anions like chloride, nitrate, sulfate from the water. Just let us discuss about here. ROH is what? Anion exchange resin. So when this comes in contact with the chloride ions, as we know that in the previous reaction, what I explained, there is a byproduct you are going to get HCl, sulfuric acid or carbonic acid. So that acid, when it comes in contact with the alcoholic containing resins, leading to form ROH reacts with HCl, RCl plus H2O. ROH, when it reacts with sulfuric acid, there is a formation of R2SO4 water. Then Cl, ROH reacts with carbonic acid, there is a formation of RSCO3 H2O. So in ionization process, what happens? Hard water is passed first through the cation exchange resin that removes calcium and magnesium ions. As a result of equivalent of H plus ions have been released. In the anion exchange resins, what happens? Removes the bicarbonates, chlorides, nitrates, sulfates, etc. by exchanging with the release of equivalent amount of hydroxyl ions. Thus, by passing hard water through the cation exchange resin first, observe that H plus ions have been released and OH minus ions from the anion exchange resin release, they are going to combine to produce the water. The water which is coming out from the ion exchanger, finally it is free from the cations and anions from the hard water. So thus the water which is carrying the zero hardness at the end of the process. Now when the process is continued of softening of hard water, the resins gets exhausted. Once the resins gets exhausted, it is required the chemical cleaning of the resins, or there is a requirement of activation of the exhausted resins. So how to make the activation of the exhausted resins? That is what? When cation exchange resins loses the capacity of exchanging the hydrogen ions, and anion exchange resins loses the capacity of losing the hydroxyl ions, that state is said to be exhausted. Hence the exhausted cation exchangers are regenerated by cleaning with dilute sulfuric acid, whereas the anion exchange resins which are exhausted are regenerated by cleaning with, that is alkali, that is dilute NaOH solution. The reaction follows like this. This is what the exhausted resin R2Ca, when it is cleaned by the either sulfuric acid or hydrochloric acid, there is a formation of 2RH calcium chloride. If it is R2Mg, when it is cleaned by the sulfuric acid, there is a formation of RH MgSO4. Once again you can notice that the resins are activated by the hydrogen ions. So once again the resin is ready for the cation exchange. Similarly, in anion exchange resin is cleaned by the passing alkali from the injection. Here when alkali is passed into the anion exchange resin, if it is exhausted like R2SO4, RCl, or HCO3, cleaned by passing NaOH, so there is a formation of ROH, okay, with the byproduct of sodium sulfate, sodium chloride, sodium bicarbonate. Once again you can notice that the anion exchange resin is also regenerated with the functional group of ROH. As a result, once the performance of the ion exchange process becomes poor, so regeneration is what? Performed by cleaning with cation exchange is cleaned by the sulfuric acid or hydrochloric acid, and anion exchange resin is cleaned by passing dilute NaOH in respective cation exchange resins and anion exchange resin compartments. Now let us discuss about what are the merits of ion exchange resins. The process can be softened highly acidic and alkaline water. This process can be used for the softening of hard water if it may be too much acidic or it may be too much alkaline water. So it produces very low hardness, maximum 2 ppm hardness can be produced by this technique. So it is very good technique and it is used for high pressure boilers in industries. Then what are the demerits of ion exchange process? The equipment is costly and the resins are also costlier one. There is what? More expensive chemicals are required for the regeneration of the exhausted resins for the maintenance. If water contains the turbidity, the output process is reduced. The turbidity must be considered as 10 ppm, otherwise it will lead to coagulation during the filtration process. So this is what about the concept of ion exchange process, where you can convert hard water to the soft water. Thank you one and all.